Making mistakes is very precious. I try to remind my daughter every time that it is by and through making mistakes that we learn. And the best thing we can do for ourselves is to honor the time we make mistakes and to see them as these teaching moments instead of seeing it as connected to your worth in any sort of shape or form. I have been very lucky, I want to say, to have an instinct to not love mistakes. I hate making mistakes, but to be able to pick myself up quickly and be like, okay, like let's just learn from this and keep moving. But it took me a while to move from, okay, I'm making mistakes, I'm ashamed of making a mistake, and then I'm trying to move forward from it very fast to actually, I'm making a mistake. Let's pause, absorb this moment. I made a mistake. I acknowledge it. It's not linked to my worth. My worth is intrinsic from any mistakes or thing I can do. And so I made a mistake and I'm taking a pause in the moment with it, trying to understand what is life trying to teach me in this moment. And taking it with gratitude. Thank you, life, for teaching me something. Thank you, life, for helping me grow. Because without mistakes, there is no growth. You can't, nobody's perfect. So if you think you're perfect, that's being delusional. So nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. And you are not your mistakes. Your value is independent from your mistakes. You are worth it. You're worthy of love. You are worthy of love no matter who you are, what you're doing. You are worthy of love and you are love. And moving from considering a mistake like something that tarnishes myself, like myself is like this white thing, and every time I make a mistake, it's like a black splash of paint on top of the white. So moving from that state of mind to I'm a white thing, and every time I make a mistake and I learn from it, I'm even brighter. Or another analogy, every time I'm this white thing, and every time I make a mistake, I learn from it, and I become more and more transparent. And what does it mean to become transparent? It means that your like and dislikes and your conditions and your conditioning and the narrative that you're telling yourself, the narrative that your parent told you, society put onto you, all of that goes away. And as it goes away, you become transparent, more and more transparent. And when you are fully transparent, then you have merged with the Tao, with the flow of the universe, with life itself, with the creative power, with the creative energy, with love. And whatever needs to come through you will come through you. Wherever you need to be, you will be. Whatever you need to do, you will do. And whatever needs to happen will happen. And that's the beauty of making a mistake. It's an opportunity to shed all the parts and all the layers and all these aspects that are not you. It's an opportunity to shed everything that you are not and readjust, and so we have to normalize making mistakes. I don't mean by that normalizing not being focused, because there's plenty of mistakes that can be done when we're not focused in every moment. But if we are focused, and even honestly, cut yourself some slack if you're not focused because you're tired, because this, that, because life is hard, cut yourself some slack. Loving yourself is the most important thing you can work on, and showing grace to yourself and giving yourself a hug and being in your own presence and loving being in your own presence. That's the most beautiful thing you can do to yourself. And what I'm trying to say here is not to just give like 20% of what you can do and then, well, your mistake happens, that's it, like we have to normalize mistakes. No. What I'm saying is, in every moment, if you give 100% of yourself, and between brackets, like 100% of yourself looks different every day. Some day, 100% of yourself is like your actual 20%. Some other days, it's 30%. Some other days, it's 90%. But if you give whatever you have to give at 100% of whatever you have to give, and again, between brackets, like it doesn't mean not having boundaries, but within your boundaries that you have established. So you have boundaries, you're not giving because your worth is connected to how much you can give. No. If you have boundaries and you do your best in every moment and you make a mistake, that's okay. That's precious. See what life is trying to teach you in this instant and be grateful and appreciative for that teaching, because that teaching is what's helping you grow. And as such, we all need to normalize mistakes. And we need to normalize the fact that we cannot produce the same thing consistently every single day. We are humans. We have ups and downs. We have days where we have a lot of energy, and we have days where we have no energy, and we have days where we have 40% energy. And that's okay. You expect yourself to be and to be able to do. If you remove those expectations, you know how much energy you save, then you can just truly be in this present moment. You can truly be with life. You can truly engage with life, and you can hear and listen and be sensitive to what life is trying to tell you and where it's pushing you. And the instinct of the universe is expansion. The instinct of the universe is love. And when you take yourself out of your own way, that's all you receive. You receive love, you receive expansion, you receive ease, because that is the nature of the universe. And so, my friends, I want you to give yourself a hug and touch yourself like this, and give yourself a hug and squeeze and be like, you know what? I'm doing my best. And sometimes I make mistakes, and that is absolutely, totally okay. Not only is it okay, this is how we learn. I love mistakes. Now, I didn't used to love mistakes. I used to hate making mistakes, as I was saying. But now this is like, wow, I made a mistake. That's great. That's just showing me where next I can grow. Where can I evolve? In which area of my life I can evolve? And what is it that this mistake is uncovering? And that's a beauty. That's a beautiful way to live.